So Siddharth, you have understood, right, what variable, like, you have mainly we have mainly seen how many data types we can use. Okay, we have seen few of them. We have also seen the major concept, that is scope, how to update the scope of a variable. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yeah, it's clear.
But the highest scope of the variable can be that workflow itself. Okay, it cannot come outside the workflow. Okay,
Okay.
but to even get that feature, like, I want to pass some variable value into another file, another file or another workflow, we have a concept of arguments. Okay, arguments can be of three types. Okay, first is data type will be same, like it can be string also, it can be argument, can be integer also, it can be boolean also, it can be data table also. Argument can also be an array. Okay, data type is a common thing, which is similar to variable, but there is a something called as direction. Direction in the sense, are you giving some input to any next file? Okay, that we call as indirection. Okay,
Okay.
you're getting, for example, let me just write the same thing in notepad so that you can understand. For example, there is one workflow. When I'm telling workflow, it is a file. Okay, workflow name is input XAML. Okay, uh, your workflow extension is XAML. Okay, and you are getting some input called as date of birth. For example, date of birth is some 1996, some 1st January 1996. Okay, this is an input file. Input file, you are getting that variable, and this date of birth is stored in one variable called, let the variable be also be date of birth only. Okay, let I'm considering my variable name is also date of birth, and I am storing something called as 25th April 1996 as an variable of input file. Now there is one more file or code which is calculating age, and there is one variable which has to calculate age from this date. Okay, what we will do, we have to see what is my current system date minus what is the date of birth. Okay, we have to do that only, right?
Mm.
Then what your next step will be, it is like 25th April 2022 minus 25th April. Let me use slash. Okay, because hyphen looks like minus. You will do like this only, right? You will do current system date minus what is the date which you have in variable, then you will get result as something called as 26 years.
Mm.
Like this only you will do, right? And you want this date of birth to be passed from first file to second file.
Mm.
Then what I will tell is, I will tell it as an, I will make this one as an argument. We call it as an argument. Okay, I am telling argument from first file should go inside second file. Okay, so for second file, what is the direction? It is coming inside the workflow, right?
Yes.
So we call direction as in. Okay, for example, I have calculated my age, and this age, I want this result to give back to first file. Then the direction will be
Out.
out. Okay, age direction is, if you want. Okay,
Okay. Like simultaneously, it will run now.
no, it will not run simultaneously. It, for example, your first file will run this, and you are telling that to now your file to open second file, and I am passing this data of birth as a variable, as an indirection. You will be telling in sequential order only, yeah?
Okay.
But there are some more features where you can run it simultaneously. Okay, but for now consider only sequential form, because it will create confusion. Okay, we will see in practical also how to do this. And there is another direction which is like mixture of both. It can be in or out also. No, not an issue. No need to mention any direction. You can mention both also. Okay. Let us do the same thing in some workflow so
So
that you will.
here we are like taking the input dot example is a workflow, one workflow, right?
Yes, and age.xaml is a second
Example
one.
is a variable in that workflow. We are transferring that variable to
Second file.
second
And
second.
second file will use that variable to calculate the age. Okay. So
Okay.
similar thing which we will also try to do in studio. Okay, so that you will actually understand how I am applying these things. Okay. Let me do first thing, that is in parent sequence. One second. Why it is okay. In parent sequence, let me just delete all the extra fields. We will make it simple. Okay. Okay. Let me just run this code. What will be the output of age?
Yeah.
10. Okay. Now I want to pass this 10 in second file. Okay, I want to pass age as 10 in second file, and that age I want to increase. Okay, I want to increase that age by like 5 years more. Okay, what I will do is, first of all, I have to create an argument, right? Let me just write an argument. Argument is age only. Okay, what is the direction of the argument? In. Why it will be in? Because I will be taking age from another workflow inside this inside this current workflow. Okay, and here I will write as age. Okay, is equal to, last time how we incremented age, we wrote same thing, age plus 10.
Mm.
What will be the result? Like the age will come from old file, whose value is 10, and let me do one thing, let me add 5. Don't add same number, let me add 5. So 10 is will come from first file, 5 is present, I'm incrementing with 5 in this same value, how in the same scenario how we did it last time, and we will display the result. What will be the expected result?
50.
15. So we have to cross check that. But you can see there are some red icons coming. Okay, why these
Yes.
red icons are coming, we will fix that also. But let me just complete this. First of all, we will put cursor on this red color. Okay, you will see last message like implicit conversion from string to double is not happening. Okay, it means your age is actually string. You have forgot to make it as an integer. Okay, so argument data type is similar to variable data type. Okay,
Okay.
and make sure that your argument data type is equal to variable data type, or else you will get these kind of errors, like I cannot convert string into number. These kind of errors you will get. So now you can see a in this second workflow we have created an argument. Okay, argument name is age, its direction is in the sense it will come from outside. Value of the age will come from outside. What is the
Mm.
argument data type? Integer.
Okay.
There is nothing called as scope in argument. Why? Because argument is accessible from top to left everywhere in this workflow. For variables you have something called scope, but for arguments you don't have scope. Okay,
Mm.
and best as per best practice you should mention what is the direction of your argument in the beginning for the best practice. Okay, because it will help me in understanding what is my actual variable argument name. Like for example, if I see this, even variables you are using in assign activity, even arguments you are using in assign activity, right? To get the difference whether is it argument or variable, you can make some best practices use, that is how to write a argument or and best practices use the keyword in, out, or io. In means in direction, out means out direction, io means input in and out direction. Okay,
Mm.
so this is fine. Okay, we have first workflow where you are telling that age is 10. We have second workflow where I am telling age should come from outside. Okay, But if you'll run but there is no connection between two, right? Like we have to tell, right, age should come from variable one, like this file. We are not deciding that, right? So what I will do is I will drag this, what I'm doing in activity panel. If I need anything, I'm dragging this, right?
Mm.
Same thing, I will drag arguments also in first workflow. Okay, so my first workflow name is variable. What is my second workflow name? Arguments. Okay, so
Okay.
when I drag this, you will see one. Uh, this is one more activity, invoke workflow file. What is the activity name?
Invoke work.
Invoke workflow file. And the meaning of invoke is open or run the workflow. Okay, and what I'm telling, what workflow to run? Arguments.xaml, which is the second file name. Okay, I'm
Mm.
telling to run that workflow. And there is one option called import arguments. Import in the sense how to update your arguments. Okay, and once I click this import arguments, you can see the argument which we created is appearing here.
Mm.
And what value should go inside this? Age should go from first file to second file, right?
Yes.
So I will select age. You are getting this, like this is the first variable age. We are displaying age.
And this we are doing in variables because we want in arguments.
Yes, because you want to run arguments, and you want to send data from variables to argument, right? So you have to use this activity called invoke activity. Okay,
Mhm.
and let me just run this. Let me run this step by step. Okay, so that you will understand how the code is running. Okay, so first step, we are starting the code. Second step, we are updating the assign activity. Third step, we the law age got displayed. Okay, you can see the age, right?
Mm.
Next is invoke activity. What invoke activity is telling? It is telling to run second file, but we have updated the arguments. How we have updated the arguments? We said like argument name in underscore age. Its direction is also in. Okay, and if you forgot to mention in instead of out, na, then you will get an error. Okay, and next is what value you are giving inside arguments. The value which you displayed it, right? That will go inside arguments. Okay, let me just click on step into now. Second file open on its own. Okay, you have not written something. I have not stopped and played in second file. Okay, it is automatically continuing the flow. Okay, and step into what I'm doing. Integer in underscore age is now 10. Okay, 10 plus 5 is 15. You can see the result as 15.
Yeah.
You are understanding this, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So like this you can update your like you can use your variables in other files also. Let me do an example of out argument. Okay,
Mm.
for example, let me just create an out argument called as first of all, let me just use just here we will create one variable. Okay, sorry, not variable, we'll create an argument. Let argument name be uh, name. Okay, and I want this to be out argument. Okay, so I will make its name as out. Okay, if you are creating its name as argument as out, it will not become out argument. You have to change the direction also. You're getting this?
Yes. Yes.
So I am telling that this is name. I am creating this as a out argument, means value from this workflow will go out of this workflow, whoever wants to run this workflow. Okay, and I will save this, and let me just update some values for this out name. Name will let me just write as Siddharth. Okay, and let us display this auto argument also. And for now, let me delete these two variables, these two arguments, huh? And let me just play this. what is the argument of what is the result of this? You can see in output panel that name is coming. Name as Siddharth is coming. Okay.
Mm.
In first example, Siddharth, what we did is we ran arguments inside variables. Okay. And
Mm.
in this now what we will do is we will do the same thing, but value will come outside argument. Okay. Last time we have passed value from variables to arguments. Now we will get the value of arguments
Two
in first
variables.
variables. Okay. So same thing, you have to drag it, but no need to drag. I have dragged it first time, so I have to directly update my arguments again. Okay. So once I check here, I'm getting two arguments now. Why I'm getting two arguments? One is old argument which we are not using. Okay. So let it be. You can make it as blank if you're not using any argument. Okay. It's not compulsory. The only thing is if you're using, make sure that you're updating the value. Second thing is I am telling I need name. So name we have already created in variables. Okay. So value of out name will come inside this variable now. Okay. And I will use log message to see what is my name. Currently name variable is present. Okay. But it's not it is not using anywhere. See, name variable is present, but am I using here? No. Am I using in second activity? No. In third activity I am getting from second workflow. Okay. Is it clear till here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just run this. We will do step by step only. So age is displayed. I am invoking second workflow. Second workflow out argument is Siddharth. Out argument name got updated. Let me just check the result of Siddharth. Second workflow is completed, but the second workflow will give us out argument. Okay, it will give us result, and that result will go inside name. And let us check what is the name variable value. It is also Siddharth. You saw,
Mm.
you can see the difference, right, between in argument and out argument.
So here in argument also will wherever suppose if I want in from arguments to variables, we are taking in variables.
Yes,
Suppose,
yes, you are taking in variables.
mm. Suppose in arguments if we want means we are taking in variables itself only.
See, variables are used to store data. Okay.
Not this one. I'm telling these tabs. Main variables arguments is workflows are there right on the top. The
On the
two
top.
workflows are
Yes, yes.
created. First thing you have done is whatever the data like output we get in variables. In order to use in arguments, you have created one argument here and make it as in.
Yes, because
So
I want that argument from another file.
mm, another file. Same as what you have done in the second case is whatever the output created in arguments tab, you used the same like you went to variables and you created there itself.
Yes,
So whatever it may be in and out, like we have to create it there itself where we want.
where you want, how you want. Okay.
Yes.
Let me do one more. So first example only we'll do again. I will just explain you this task in more like in different way also. Okay. Forget about name. Let us do with the age only. Sorry, not this. We have to increment it, right? Age plus 5. Last time what we did, uh, we have uh, we have received age from this file, and that age we are passing into argument, and that output we are getting. Okay.
Mm.
Let me do one thing. Let me first update these arguments and let us run this code. If I update this, I don't want name, because name is not in use. I'm using age. Okay. In this case, what is happening is I am passing my age to arguments. Okay, I am
Hmm.
passing my age to arguments. Okay,
Okay.
and let me just run the code. You can see the result, right? Your result is coming. Code is starting from variables and it is going to arguments. Now we will do reverse. Huh? Now what I will do is I will tell I want age from variables. Huh? And my code will also start from arguments. Huh? I don't want to start from variables. Okay, I want to start from arguments. But from where I will get the value of age?
From
I'll
very.
get from variables. Okay, but there are no arguments. In order to get any value from variable, uh, in order to get value from first workflow, I need an argument, right?
Hmm.
And to get an output from this workflow, what direction I have to use? I
In
want to get output from this
this
workflow
output out.
out. Okay, out should be the direction. So what I will do is I'll create an argument with out direction, huh? And let it be age. Okay, direction should be
Out.
out, and I will update this variable also, huh? Because if out variable is empty, then your answer will be 0. Okay, just I am updating this, I'm saving this. See, I'm running variables, huh? I'm not running arguments. Okay, array, it is giving error because I forgot to update it as integer. Okay, now let me just run variables only. See, variables is running fine. Okay, it is giving a result as 10. You can see here, right?
Hmm.
But what I want is I want uh, variables age value to come inside arguments. Okay, and I want code also to be run from arguments. So I will click on import arguments, and I am getting one list what all arguments are created in the first workflow. So what is the argument? Out underscore age, its direction is out, and it is integer type. Where I can use this argument? In the variable, or any kind of variable in the second file, right?
Hmm.
How, which variable you have in second file?
Age.
What you have?
Age.
Age in underscore age, huh? Currently we have in underscore age, huh? We have not created any other variable, but if you have age also, you can use age. Okay, now what we did here, we said that argument code should get output from first workflow. And what is the arguments mapping? How we are mapping the arguments? The output of out age should go inside this variable. Okay, and let me run the code now. Code in argument is starting. You can see here, I'm not starting variables file. Import arguments is happening now. It is going to the first file. It is getting the details, and the details are 10. Okay, age is 10 now. The 10 is coming outside now. Okay, and 10 plus 5. What is 10 plus 5?
15.
15. We are getting result as 15. You are understanding, right? How to use in argument, how to use odd argument.
So what is the difference here? Like in variables, we do the same, right?
Variables. See, you're telling like I'm using argument only to add 5. That you are telling.
In the first case, you went to like for variables tab and you have created one this argument here.
Yes, I created an argument.
Hmm. Like not this before. In you have done no at the first
Yes,
step.
yes, I have created one argument called in.
Hmm. And you and it is used in arguments.
Yes, it is in arguments.
So here you have done like whatever the output of the variable, it is going inside to the invoke variable flow and it is going to the variables. Then only again it's coming back and assigning values in this in
Yes,
underscore age and giving the output.
yes.
Okay, got it.
See, difference is only the direction. Huh?
Yeah,
Here
that makes
I
sense.
am getting output from variables, and in first example I was giving variable as age inside argument. Okay, only the direction is difference. Okay,
Mhm.
and the one concept which you should understand, like in future wherever you want to get any data from any other file, you should remember that you have option of arguments. Okay, you want to use in direction, out direction, which fits for your case, you have to use that. Okay,
Mm.
but is the concept clear how to use the data type of argument or a variable, how to use the scope, how direction is used? You understood this concept, right?
Yeah, yeah. But
uh,
here one clarity I am missing. See, ఇప్పుడు మనము వేరియబుల్స్ తీసుకున్నాం కదా ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ మీరు చేసింది ఏంటంటే
just normal
వేరియబుల్స్
addition.
వేరియబుల్స్లో ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి
అవును,
ఇన్ ఇన్నని ఎట్లా యూజ్ చేసాం లైక్
డైరెక్షన్ వాడము.
ఇది డైరెక్షన్ ఓకే. ఇక్కడ ఏమైందంటే ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన వాల్యూనే మనం ఇక్కడ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్లో ఇన్గా తీసుకున్నామా ఎట్లా అది?
అవును, చెప్పు కొంచెం. విల్ క్రియేట్, విల్ డూ వన్ థింగ్. మనం ఇంకొక కోడ్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్. ఓకే, సెకండ్ ఫైల్.
ఉమ్,
Okay, so in first file, what we will do, let me use one variable called name. Okay, name is string. Let me put name as Abdul Jabbar. Okay,
ఉమ్,
now you want this name to come in second file.
అట్లా.
Okay, then if you want to read, if you and which is your actually running file, you want to run you want to run first file and then pass the value to second file and do some operation. Is the task like that, or you are running second file and you want output from first file? Adi మీ clarity ఉండాలి. Okay,
ఓకే. ఉమ్,
for example, I am telling I am running first file and I want to pass my variable value to second file and I want to process the data. Okay,
ఉమ్.
so what I will do is
ఫైల్ డిపెండెన్సీస్ని బట్టి మనకి ఈ ప్రయారిటీస్
priority వాడుకోవాలి. Okay,
మారుతాయి.
సో ప్రస్తుతానికి ఏం చేద్దామంటే ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ దట్ ఐఎమ్ రన్నింగ్ మై కోడ్ ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్ ఓన్లీ అండ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సెండ్ మై ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్ కోడ్ ఆర్ డేటా టు సెకండ్ ఫైల్ ఫర్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ ఇట్. ఓకే, but for processing I have to send this as a indirection, but there is no argument created in second file. So what I will do, I will go to second file. I will tell like there will be one in underscore name. Direction is also matching like what you are planning, the direction you are giving here. Okay, you should not use out because your requirement is for in direction. Okay, argument type is string. Now what I will do first, I will write a log message like what I am getting as a name. Second thing, what I will do, I will use one assign activity.
ఈ లాగ్స్ మెసేజ్ ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం? డైరెక్ట్గా అసైన్మెంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు కదా.
Direct assign kelpochu. Log message is only to see what output is coming. Okay, just for our verification purpose. Okay, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేశానంటే నేమ్లో నేను దాన్ని బ్రేక్ చేసేస్తాను. వాట్ ఐ విల్ డూ ఇస్ ఐ విల్ స్ప్లిట్ దట్ నేమ్ SPLI, split my name with spaces. Okay, if I split the space అంటే బ్రేక్ చేశాను అనుకో స్పేస్తో, నా నేమ్స్ టూ పార్ట్స్లో డివైడ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఒకటి అబ్దుల్, ఒకటి జబ్బార్. ఓకే, దానిలో నేను ఈ ఫంక్షన్స్ గురించి మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోండి, మనం తర్వాత చేస్తాం ఎలా కొన్ని ఆపరేషన్స్. బట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ మ్యానిపులేటెడ్ మై స్ట్రింగ్ అండ్ ఐ వాంట్ మై ఓన్లీ రిజల్ట్ యాజ్ ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్. ఓకే, నాట్ టూ వర్డ్స్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, ఐఎమ్ పాసింగ్ మై నేమ్ టు సెకండ్ ఫైల్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ updating that argument as like this. Okay, and that argument is going inside second file and it is processing. Let me run this. See, first file will start but the second file is inward, and what output I am getting, Abdul. Okay, But in reverse requirement, what you will do in second requirement is like I will run my code second file, but I want data from first file. Then first file should give me out argument, right? A value should come outside first
Mm.
file.
Mm.
Then you will create a argument. You will go to first file. You will tell I want a argument of name. It depends on how your flow is there. Okay. Out argument, I am telling it string, but I have to use that, right? I have to update that argument also. I cannot pass blank argument. Okay. I will remove this coder because this is not in use.
So
But
you should match, right? Whatever argument we are giving and the variable name should be matching.
it can be different. It is also it can be same also. It can be different also, right? Because you are mapping it, right? Anyway, ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే మ్యాప్ చేసేస్తున్నారు. అది సేమ్ ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా ప్రాబ్లం ఉండదు. ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఇస్ డేటా టైప్ షుడ్ మ్యాచ్. ఓకే. If data type is not matching, it will tell I cannot convert number to string to number, అలాంటి ఎర్రర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
Okay.
Variable name and argument name can be same. It's not compulsory like name. ఇక్కడ నేమ్ ఇస్తే నేను కూడా ఇక్కడ నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే. It can be first name also. You understanding? Or full name. Hello.
Yeah.
You are understanding this?
Yeah, I'm getting.
But the only thing is you are mapping this. మ్యాపింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చే వాల్యూ నాకు ఈ వేరియబుల్ లో వెళ్ళాలి.
ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ మనకు ఇవి ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఒకటి కాకుండా ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయనుకో, అప్పుడు ఎట్లా?
అప్పుడు నార్మల్ మ్యాప్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ క్రియేటింగ్ డమ్మీ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్. ఓకే. ఎన్ని ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 6 ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే. Go to second file, you will get a list of 6 arguments. 6 arguments కనిపిస్తున్నాయి ఇప్పుడు.
yes.
సో మీరు మ్యాప్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ఈజ్ ఏజ్ అయితే ఏజ్ అని రాసుకోవాలి. సెకండ్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ఈజ్ అడ్రస్ అయితే అడ్రస్ రాసుకోవాలి.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. Generally, it's a concept of variables and arguments. How your arguments are coming inside your workflow and where you want to store it. అంతే. బికాజ్ మీరు ఒక ఫైల్ నుంచి ఇంకో ఫైల్ కి పాస్ చేయడానికి ఇది ఒక జస్ట్ ఒక డైరెక్షన్ అంతే, ఫనల్ అంతే.
ఓకే.
ఎక్సెప్ట్ దట్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ డిఫికల్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. ఓన్లీ టు పాస్ డేటా యాజ్ ఇన్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ అవుట్. ఓకే. మీరు పాస్ యాజ్ ఏ తీసుకోనికి పాస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఆర్ ఇయనికి కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
And similarly you can give both directions also. It's not compulsory like you should only take in one direction. You can also take out also. It's up to you. For example, in out ki oka proper example iyalante, for example you are passing some date like this format. Okay. 04-2022 and as a in మీరు ఇలా పంపిస్తున్నారు. But as a out you will get if you write some code you will get full form of the date. అర్థమవుతుందా? అంటే మీ డేటా మారట్లేదు. ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఇస్ యు ఆర్ పాసింగ్ ఇన్ వన్ ఫార్మాట్ అండ్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ అనదర్ ఫార్మాట్. అలాంటి టైప్ లో మీరు ఇన్ అవుట్ వాడుకుంటారు. దానికోసం టూ వేరియబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోరు. అర్థమైందా?
ఓకే.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వన్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వెళ్దాం. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ పాసింగ్ వన్ నేమ్. ఓకే. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ సిద్ధార్థ్. సిద్ధార్థ్ లో ఎస్ స్మాల్ ఉంది. బట్ యు ఆర్ పాసింగ్ దిస్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ క్యాపిటల్ ఆల్ క్యాపిటల్ ఆర్ ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ క్యాపిటల్. అలాంటప్పుడు మీరు సెకండ్ వేరియబుల్ అవసరం లేదు కదా, అదే వేరియబుల్ అప్డేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో అలాంటప్పుడు ఇన్అవుట్ వాడుకుంటారు. ఇది నేను మీకు చాలా సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇస్తున్నా. బట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ సిమిలర్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఏంటి, ఒక వేరియబులే ఇన్సైడ్ వెళ్తుంది, అదే అప్డేట్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ బయటకు రావచ్చు. ఓకే.
Yeah, okay.
If there are more than one, even if there is one, you have to do this mapping. If you do this mapping, then only your data will go inside the workflow and it will come outside the workflow. Okay.
Okay.
In వెళ్ళింది బయటకి రాదు, అవుట్ వెళ్ళింది లోపలికి రాదు. ఓకే, ఇన్ అవుట్ పెడితే వస్తుంది పోతుంది. ఓకే,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఇది మీకు క్లియర్ అవ్వాలి.
ఓకే.
సో ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియర్ అయింది కదా మీకు, వేరియబుల్స్ అండ్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్.
యాహ్! యాహ్!
డూ వన్ థింగ్,
ఓన్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఒకసారి.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. అదే మీరు డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ సినారియోస్ తీసుకోండి అండ్
హ్మ్.
డూ సమ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు gives you some task meanwhile. Okay, during the day I have actually some work till 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock I will try to get some examples for you so that you can practice on your own.
ఓకే. ఓకే. షూర్.
How to start your practice? Go to your start button, open UiPath Studio, click enter. Your UiPath Studio will open.
హ్మ్.
It will open like this. Okay,
హ్మ్.
you will see one option of create new project. Okay,
ఓకే.
just click on this process. Here you have to give the process name.
హ్మ్.
Let and you don't give difficult name. Just write practice day 3. Okay,
హ్మ్.
and just create it. It will be a blank process, and you can start your code in main also. Main is also not a problem, but practice in different workflows. Okay, sequence one, first workflow. Okay, it will get updated here. So like that you create multiple workflows and then start doing some task. Okay,
మెయిన్ విల్ బి ద లైక్ స్టాండర్డ్.
starting part, starting like for example, ఇది first code. This is the one workflow. I am running it manually because you are a developer. You should have access to run your code one after the another, random గా ఏదైనా రన్ చేయాలని. ఓకే, బట్ వెన్ యువర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ రన్స్ లైక్ లైవ్
ఓహో!
లో,
ఓకే.
అది ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇలా రన్ రన్ నొక్కమనుకోండి, మెయిన్ ఆటోమేటిక్ ఓపెన్ అయిపోయింది. మీరు
ఓకే.
చూసారా?
ఈ మెయిన్ కింద ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయేమో ఫస్ట్.
మెయిన్ కింద ఇవన్నీ ఉండాలి. ఓకే, but we are learning, right? So you will learn in pieces only. Once you will learn in pieces, you will combine all those pieces in main workflow and it will run in live. Okay, but main is also a workflow. It's only the starting point of the workflow. Okay,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
okay then
యాక్చువల్‌గా
Siddhartha,
అంటే రియల్ టైమ్‌లో మెయిన్‌లో కూడా వర్క్ చేస్తారా? లేకపోతే మెయిన్ ఖాళీగా ఉంటుందా? అంటే
మెయిన్ ఖాళీగా ఉండదు. మెయిన్ జస్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ది మ్యాపింగ్. లైక్ ఫ్లో చార్ట్ లో మనం ఎలా రాస్తాం, స్టార్ట్ గో టు దిస్ ఫైల్, గో టు దట్ ఫైల్.
ఓకే.
సో అలా రాసేస్తాం మెయిన్ లో. ఓకే, మాక్సిమం అలా ఉంటది.
హుహు.
అంటే మెయిన్ లో వేరియబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అన్ని ఉంటాయి. ఓకే,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
బట్ మెయిన్ లో ఓన్లీ మ్యాపింగ్ ఉంటది. ఫస్ట్ ఇన్వోక్ ఫస్ట్ ఫైల్, గెట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇట్, దట్ అవుట్పుట్ యూజ్ ఇన్ సెకండ్ ఫైల్. అలా మ్యాపింగ్ రాసేసి మనం మెయిన్ లో సింపుల్ పెడతాం. ఓకే,
ఓకే.
ఇలా 5 6 ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇలా ఉంది, ఇలా
అవునులే.
రాసేస్తాం.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఫస్ట్ రన్ అవ్వాలి,
హ్మ్.
తర్వాత సెకండ్ రన్ అవ్వాలి. మాక్సిమం ఫ్లో చార్ట్ లో లేకపోతే స్టేట్ మెషిన్ లో ఉంటుంది మెయిన్. ఓకే,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఫ్లో చార్ట్ యాడ్ చేస్తాను ఇక్కడ. So this is your main. So it will be having this kind of hierarchy. Okay,
హ్మ్.
so main will have the skeleton of your project. Okay,
హ్మ్.
but your project will be in pieces only. It won't be like a new thing. It will be in
హ్మ్.
pieces. But your project main will have the structure of your project.
హ్మ్.
అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు?
ఓకే. ఓకే. గాట్ ఇట్.
And how to navigate between one file to another file? You have to use arguments. Okay,
హ్మ్. హ్మ్. ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్.
ఎందుకంటే ఆ పీసెస్ మీరు ఒక రిలేషన్ లో తీయాలి కదా,
అవును.
అంతే.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
And if you'll notice now, you are not at all doing any kind of coding. You are actually mapping everything,
యెస్. యెస్.
and it is easy to learn, and you have to just practice and you have to get these kind of questions. Okay, like you have asked how why we are not doing in main we will do. Okay, but we will use it for joining the pieces. Okay,
ఓకే.
these kind of cross questions you should do. We used arguments, we used variables. Okay, you should understand, if I am teaching argument variables, what are the things you have to understand. How to create a variable, how to delete a variable. Till now we have not seen how to delete a variable. Okay,
హ్మ్.
but
హ్మ్.
where we have created variable, there only you will get option of delete a variable. Okay, see for example, right click, you have option of delete.
హ్మ్.
You understand it?
యాహ్! యాహ్!
So these kind of questions you should get, and you have to find answers of it. Then you will understand. all the aspects of it. Okay.
Okay.
And you if you see here, there is one more option of converting directly a argument into variable. అంటే ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ని మీరు వేరియబుల్ లా కూడా కన్వర్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, వేరియబుల్ ని ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ లా కూడా కన్వర్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, అంటే మీరు టైం సేవ్ చేసుకోండి.
Hmm.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇది ఈ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ని నేను క్రియేట్ చేయాలని ఉంది నాకు, బట్ అది ఆల్రెడీ ఒక వేరియబుల్ లో మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాం బై మిస్టేక్ పాస్ట్ లో.
Hmm.
దాన్ని మళ్ళీ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ లోకి మార్చాలంటే రైట్ క్లిక్ కన్వర్ట్ టు ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్.
Okay.
అండ్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ క్రియేటింగ్ సేమ్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ ఎర్రర్.
Okay. Okay.
సో అలా మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేస్తూ ఉండాలి.
Okay.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ క్రియేటింగ్ వేరియబుల్ విత్ సేమ్ నేమ్, విల్ ఐ గెట్ ఎనీ ఎర్రర్? అది చూసుకోవాలి. ఎర్రర్ రావాల్సిందే, ఎందుకంటే వై యు ఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఏ డూప్లికేట్, సి ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ ఎన్ ఎర్రర్. But anyway, if you are clear with the concept, that's enough. Okay.
Hmm.
Anyway, I will try to give you some task by afternoon. But till that time, you just create your own questions and just do brainstorming. And we will connect tomorrow at the same time. Okay, 8 to 9.
Hmm.
We will
Okay, sir.
go with a plan only. But if your plan is getting slow, also we will try to learn like bit by bit only. Yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Like in today's session we have to also cover this